Hey friends, Ash here with gentsscents. Hope you're doing well. It's time for an unboxing first impression, and today it's Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Forever. Box here looks a lot like the original Light Blue Pour Homme box. Kind of throwing it back a little bit here. Dig that. So this is the newest summer flanker in the Light Blue line. The last three I've not really liked a whole lot. Italian Zest, nah. Sun, little better. Love is love, nah. So the last three have not been great. Hopefully Forever is gonna be a return to form, and it's gonna be one that I really dig, kind of like Light Blue O Intense. Well, hopefully it doesn't smell exactly like Light Blue O Intense. I mean, O Intense was solid and I liked it, so hopefully I like this one. That was a really roundabout way to say that. In this video, I'm gonna unbox this for you. I'm gonna show you the presentation. I'm gonna give it a smell and let you guys know what I think about it, so let's jump into it. So here's a good look at the box. As you can see there, it's fuzzy. Just like the old school Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Pour Homme. I dig that. You get the name of the house, name of the fragrance, size and concentration. Little info on the back. Nothing on the sides. The D&G up top. And badge code on the bottom. Badge code is punched into the box, and where it's all fuzzy, it's actually pretty hard to see. So I'll just see if it's easier to see on the bottle. And I bought this from Macy's. And here is a look at the bottle for you guys. And I gotta say, I like the look of this bottle. It's kind of like just a classed up light blue. That's what it looks like. A little bit classier, a little bit nicer. Cap clicks into place. Yeah, I dig it. On the bottom, badge code is 1025BN. All right. Let's spray it on. Let's see how this one is. Come on, be good. Don't suck. I like the opening. Nice, nice, finally. Man, yes, I like the opening. Okay, maybe you don't understand here, but Light Blue Italian Zest, I hated the opening, I hated it. I thought the citrus was so synthetic and cheap smelling. And then Light Blue Sun was a little bit better, but still not great. And then Love is Love was, I don't know what's going on there. But Forever, I like the opening. I'm so happy. Yeah, like I'm legitimately just really pumped about this, that this doesn't suck. Because I thought, I was sure that they were gonna blow it again and that this was gonna be complete garbage. The grapefruit in here smells really good, and it's a different type of grapefruit. There's like this rindiness to it, this zestiness, like this little tart aspect to it where it's not just all sweet. Yes, there's sweetness in here, but it's offset with like a little touch of sour, and it makes it so much better and so much more lively, and it makes it smell more realistic than Light Blue Sun or Light Blue Italian Zest did. Those were just like synthetically sweet with no contrast, and they just kind of laid flat on my skin. They had a little bit of a like chemical sort of vibe to them. Italian Zest and Sun suck. I don't like them. I do like this. I do like this. I can pick up the ozonic note in here too. It's really nice, gives it this sort of airiness, gives it an extra bit of freshness that works in with that citrus. This is really good in the opening. I like it a lot. Now sometimes with ozonic notes, they can come across very aldehydic. I don't really get a big aldehydic vibe here, a big punch of that. It's more so, as I said just a moment ago, airy. That's the way the ozonic note in here comes across. Now, that zestiness, it's not lasting as long as I wish it would, but that's citrus. You know, citrus just doesn't really last, at least usually. And it is toning down a little bit. It's still there. It's just kind of taking a step back. It's mellowing out a little bit, but it is still there, and I can pick it up, and I'm loving it. So far this year, this is my biggest surprise. I did not think it was gonna be very good. I thought at best, it would be better than Italian Zest, better than Sun, worse than O Intense, and end up being just kind of a throwaway. And it's premature for me to say this with 100% certainty, but I like the opening of this more than Light Blue O Intense. As of this moment right here, this opening is my favorite Light Blue opening. Obviously that could change in the dry down. This could fall apart and it could be crap, but right now it is good and I like it a lot. You know, I said that citrus was taking a step back, kind of chilling out, but it's still pumping out and it still smells just as good as that initial hit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and, step off cam. I'm gonna let it dry down. I'm gonna ask my wife what she thinks about it. I'll be right back to wrap this up and let you know how it changes as it sits on my skin. As of right now though, Dolce & Gabbana, thank you. Thank you. I hated the last 3 releases that you did for light blue. Waste of money for me, waste of money. This one though, nailed it. And you nailed the presentation too. Good job. And I am back. Had my wife check this one out and I've let it dry down here. Also sprayed it on once again on my hand so my wife could smell the opening and it dry down. So her opinion, awesome. She said it's her favorite light blue. She loved the opening, that zesty, sparkly, kind of rindy opening, that grapefruit opening. Whew, that really got her attention. Now as this one dries down, I pick up just a little hint of vetiver, but it's kind of in the background. You don't pick it up very strongly, but you can definitely pick it up. It's like this little base, like this little tiny bed of vetiver that a white musk and that citrus plays off of. Thankfully, it did not fall apart. It stayed smooth, it transitioned nicely into the dry down, nothing stuck out like a sore thumb. It's really well done. Light blue as a fragrance line in general is kind of a basic fragrance line, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean, you know what you're getting. You're getting citrus, usually some sort of salty note, an aquatic note in this circumstance, an ozonic note, but you're getting just a fresh, clean citrus fragrance that should be easy to wear in pretty much any situation in summertime. And really the focal point ends up being on that citrus. If they pull the citrus off well, then the fragrance usually is going to be good. If they don't, it's not gonna work. And so that's why Oh Intense works. That salty citrus, really well done. That's why Sun and Italian Zest didn't work for me. The citrus just didn't work. It smelled cheap, but here it does work. It's rindy, it's zesty, it's sparkling, it's sweet, it's tart, all at the same time, and it smells awesome. Now, some people are gonna disagree. They're not gonna like that zestiness, that tartness, that rindiness, but I think it's really well done, and I think it smells much, much, much more natural than Sun or Italian Zest. And just from the atomizer, it smells amazing. I really think that this is going to end up being my favorite light blue. I think this is gonna overtake Oh Intense for me. Now, I don't think this is gonna overtake Oh Intense for everybody, obviously, but if you like the type of citrus that this is bringing, boom, straight to the top. Light blue forever, as of this moment, absolutely 100% in my top 5 best designer releases of the year so far, easily. I would say top 3, where at in the top 3, I can't say, not sure. I'd have to sit down and go over everything, go over all the different fragrances and everything, but this is very solid. It will 100% make my top 10 in the summer this year, for sure. Can't tell you guys how happy I am with this one. I think they nailed it with everything they did here. The presentation looks great. A nice classed up version of light blue looks better. The fragrance, really well done also. Doesn't smell exactly like light blue, which I like. It's something a little bit different, but it's in that style. So I don't smell this and then immediately think, oh, it smells like light blue with a small twist. It's kind of its own thing within the realm of light blue. Now, like usual with first impressions, I can't really tell you guys about the performance all that much. Can't tell you about projection, longevity. I would say just based off what I'm smelling here, right in line with the other fragrances in the light blue line, which would mean that it's a good performer, especially for summer fragrances, but nothing amazing. To be frank though, I don't even care about the performance. Just like how it smells. And if this were a weak performer, which it doesn't seem to be, but if this were a weak performer, I would just spray it on heavier. Obviously, in terms of seasons, spring and summer trending towards summer wear. Daytime or nighttime use, more daytime fragrance, but you could wear it in the evening if you wanted, if it were a hot night out. In terms of best times to use it, casually, obviously on vacation, to the beach, and actually to the office, you could pull it off also. It's really safe. And with that, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. My first impressions of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. Thankfully, a good light blue flanker. 2021 so far, Much better than 2020 as far as the releases go. This is for sale in the US pretty much everywhere at this point, so if you want to pick it up, you can. If you want to wait a while, it'll pop up at discounters, but you know, with this one, for me, if you really want it, just scoop it up. That way you have it for this summer. There we go, light blue, forever. If you smell this one, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. As always, thanks for hanging out with me. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.